happy moment to you. So, this happened last night. Anyone with four-legged children will resonate with this automatically. I woke up. I have a kitty cat first that kind of sleeps on a chair, on a pillow, and a towel right next to my bed. Usually sleeps soundly. If I get up in the night for some reason, she's sleeping just soundly, peacefully. Last night, in the middle of the night, I had kind of an acid reflux thing. Note to self, don't eat barbecue chips before you go to sleep. But anyway, sometimes the price, the willingness. But I've had this before, but it's sort of an acid reflux where there's a moment where if I don't breathe really slowly, that I can't breathe. And so it can be really terrifying. And so as I woke up and realized this was sort of happening, and sort of realized I had to really slow my breath down and get myself to get some water and sort of sit up and manage my breathing. At the moment that it started, I saw the kitty, sweet Tigger, sweet precious Tigger, sound asleep as she always is. When I sat up and started really slowing my breathing down consciously, her eyes popped open, and there was no sound being made. Her eyes popped open. She immediately leapt into my lap, laid on top of my leg, and then put her paw, reached and extended her paw where her paw was laying exactly here, where I was breathing and relaxing. And she just looked up at me like, I'm here, all good. I'm breathing with you. No worries. And it was, my initial immediate reaction was, thank you. I feel that healing. I know that healing is taking place. I'm fine. All is well. And we just had several minutes of her looking up, me accepting, appreciating, acknowledging, feeling the healing that she was offering, quite literally. And it was just glorious. And it was almost sort of like we were in this sort of swirling light of, really a beautiful exchange, right? And so what I noticed in that moment, there were so many different things. So obviously, anyone with a four-legged animal knows that they are constantly able to heal us, to feed us energy, to be a part of our journey emotionally, whether we're crying out or whether we're just internally struggling. The animals sense it. The animals know it. They are so present. That is such a beautiful way that the spirit of the unknown worked through the animals. My spiritual teacher years ago explained that, animals, they really kind of operate on this side of the veil and the other side at the same time. They're walking through the journey very differently than humans because they never lose sight of that other side, that spiritual side of themselves. And so they have a deeper understanding of the game and how the journey is. And they can feed us in ways that often we can't feed each other because we lose sight of it, but they don't. They never do. So that's an obvious thing, right? The animals, pay attention to that. But also to become more aware of how healing is always available. If you haven't heard of Louise Hay, I really encourage you to look her up. Louise Hay, she did all this tremendous work on the emotional reasoning that we get into a state of dis-ease, right? D-I-S and then ease, not at ease. The disease is really just a not being at ease. And it always has an emotional root. And she gives you affirmations for 63, well, not since I was a baby, but certainly for 43 years, I have immediately, if I have just a beginning of a headache, or the beginning of a twitch, or a weird thing going on, I feel weird in my wrist or something, look it up. I do the affirmations hundreds of times. Immediately, I'm doing this, and the physical symptom is resolved through the emotional soothing of whatever is the creation of the dis-ease. I'm soothing it at its core, so there's no reason for the outpicturing of the emotional unrest. I'm handling the emotional unrest. I'm soothing the emotional unrest. I'm healing the dis-ease at its root, not at its external cause, but at its root creation, then I don't have those things for very long at all, right? So just kind of becoming aware of there's all sorts of ways to receive healing, and allowing myself, acknowledging them, learning about them first, becoming consciously aware, then utilizing them, the animals, the affirmations, the different ways that I can ground, right? The healing we get from grounding. So just becoming conscious of hearing my body and allowing me to see whatever is going on there is an opportunity to let that it's just Tuesday energy, spirit in all its forms, come down and reach in and be present with me and allow me to be, wow, that was pretty cool. So thank you, Tigger, for this It Is Just Tuesday moment. Love y'all.